This episode is brought to you by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro near you at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.
Valerie's in Minneapolis. Hi, Valerie. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you guys?
Better than we deserve. What's up?
Great. Well, I'll try and keep it quick. I had a question. My husband and I were talking about an annuity that I purchased after the sale of a property a few years ago. My advisor recommended that we buy this $25,000 annuity. This was before we were married. And I was wondering, in baby step 2, would you treat that kind of like, in the same category as insurance or something like that, where we just get rid of it to help us knock down that debt in baby step 2?
Well, I would certainly learn more about it to make the decision. How long have you had it?
I bought it in 2021, and it was supposed to mature when I turned, I think, 65. I believe it's a variable rate annuity, and it was supposed to be like a guaranteed payout or something like that, starting at retirement.
Yeah. So a variable annuity is mutual funds inside of an annuity, which gives you a guarantee on the principal. You'll never lose principal, and you'll have a minimum return on it, which you would have gotten both of those things anyway had you stayed in until 65, because you're not that old. The trick with this is they also have a surrender charge. And what I'm trying to figure out, you're probably still, usually they're gone by 7 years, maybe 5 years, and you're only 4 in. So you may have a huge surrender charge if you cash out early. I don't know, but you may have. And if that's the case, we're probably not going to cash it out now. But I am questioning, how old are you?
I'm 38.
Yeah, okay. Your advisor is not a financial advisor. Your advisor is an insurance agent. So you need to change. Because they don't.
I'm definitely open to that.
Yeah. No one sells this stuff to a 34-year-old except insurance agents. Sometimes a financial advisor will sell a variable annuity, but never to a 34-year-old. It would be very, very unusual. Usually the reason is that insurance agents can't sell mutual funds. They don't have a securities license, so this is how they get around it. They got you into mutual funds inside of a variable annuity because this is the only product they could sell that was a real investment. And it's actually not a horrible investment, but except for the fact that you're trapped in it now, and probably with a surrender charge. So I want you to get all the information together and go to one of our SmartVestor pros and sit down with them, and let's learn about what the surrender charge is. The surrender charge will tell you whether to tap the brakes or cash it. If the surrender charge is minor, take it and cash it out and use it on your baby step 2, right? But if the surrender charge is half of what you put in or 25% of what you put in and you can wait 3 years and it goes away, meanwhile it is going up in value, then there's no reason to take that huge hit.
Got it.
So just kind of analyze it that way and look at the risk return on it, and that'll help you move in that direction. So just go to RamseySolutions.com. We're not in the investment business. We don't sell investments, okay? We teach. We're teachers, and stir up trouble. That's what we do. So, but we do have folks in the insurance world that we recommend, Zander Insurance and property and casualty folks in the Ramsey Trusted side. We do have people in the investment world to help you sit down. Ken uses one. I use one. We call them SmartVestor pros, and they're people that we have vetted and that we are comfortable with and that have the heart of a teacher, that are actual financial advisors. They actually can sell mutual funds for your Roth IRA, do your 401k rollover, help you set stuff up and get it going, and sit down with you and look at your overall situation.
It's a very good point. I just would caution our large audience in a situation like this, before you sign on to a financial product, make sure that you are getting the pros and cons, okay, from multiple sources. The internet's going to give you pros and cons, but talk to real professionals. So if you sit down with somebody like this in insurance, go sit with somebody who doesn't sell that product and learn enough, to Dave's point, that you actually understand what you're doing. This is what happens. People just get sold and they go with the first thing that they get pitched.
Well, the problem is that investing falls in the heading of something I don't understand for most people. Mm-hmm. And so I'm intimidated. And then to add to that, sometimes people in the investment world unscrupulously use that to their advantage and just go, and basically adopt an intimidation sales technique.
Yep.
And go, well, I know you don't understand, but I do this for a living, and it's the arrogant type of a thing, right? So anytime someone in the investment world and the money world drops their glasses on the end of their nose and drops that kind of professor, I'm going to talk down to you posture, fire their butt right then. So just look at them and go, oh, we're done. We're done. We're so done. We're not even going to have a clean breakup. You're just getting out of my house right now, okay? Because their job is not to talk down to you. Their job is not to do it for you. Their job is to teach you. And by the way, most of you have more money than they have. So you're sitting there with $500,000, and this guy's driving a $100 Toyota, okay? So, most of the time that's what's going on. So you just don't need to take crap off of these people. Their job is to put these investing things into a lingo where you can understand it. And if they sound like Charlie Brown's teacher, even if they're trying, doesn't matter. You got to get rid of them. They have to be able to explain this in a way where you, to your point, Ken, understand what you are doing with your freaking money that you got with the sweat of your brow. Mm-hmm. And don't you dare act like you're going to give me attitude. I'll smack you sideways into Sunday. I mean, no possible way you're going to pull that crap. Insurance people do it. Sometimes real estate people do it. They're not the worst though. Investment people, and they just, and so what happens is that, then they can sell them whatever they want to sell them. Yep. Now, again, this product that she bought is not horrible.
Right.
It's just inappropriate for a 34-year-old.
Exactly.
So the variable annuity is a mutual fund inside of an annuity. The annuity protects it from taxes. It grows like a 401k, a traditional IRA. It grows without paying taxes till you take your money out. The only downside is when you take your money out, it's taxed at ordinary income, not at capital gains, which is triple what most of you are going to pay in taxes. So the taxes on the growth are very, very high. Also, you're charged not only a mutual fund fee, but you're charged the annuity fee, and this is where their commissions come from, right? And so nothing wrong with that, but you got doubled up on the fees. It's not the end of the world because they're not super high, but they're not great. Mm-hmm. And also that you could get these features. There are 3 or 4 primary features for a variable annuity, a mutual fund inside of an annuity. Primary feature number 1, they will give you a guarantee of your principal if you leave it alone 5 or 7 years. Okay? Well, 97% of the 5-year periods in stock market's history are up. So that's not much of a guarantee. Whoop-de-doop-de. But it made you feel good if you're a scaredy cat. I'm scared about the market. I'm just so scared. If you go in telling people that, they're going to go, oh, well, we can put you in a variable annuity and protect your principal. But you're getting the same thing, but just by hanging out for 5 to 7 years, okay? The second thing is they'll guarantee you a 5 or a 6% rate of return. Well, the stock market has averaged 11% for 75, 80, 90 years, okay, since its inception, the S&P has. So if it's averaged 11 to guarantee you 5 or 6 is whoop-de-doop-de. You can get no guarantee, but you got a guarantee, okay? So I know I'm at least going to get this, and I'm at least got my principal protected. But what it does is if you're scared and you don't learn enough about how the market moves before you buy, then the variable annuity gives you some comfort. The third thing it does that is actually more legitimate than the other two is you can name a beneficiary, and it passes outside probate. So there's no probate tax on it in your state. And it does not avoid federal estate taxes, but that's not a problem for most people anyway now. With the current Trump limits, most people, you get $25 million without taxes on federal, okay? But if you're under $25 million, you're not got federal. But on state, you can avoid it with this because it has a beneficiary element to it because it's technically an insurance product. So it works like insurance. It goes directly to the person outside of the estate. So that's actually a nice little touch if you care. By the way, I'm 64. The number of variable annuities I own is precisely 0.